Nistuff.
Hey, what's up? So the trilogy of Legacy repaints is finally complete. We did Sandstorm, we did Buzzsaw, and now we're gonna do Nightcrawler. No, we're not. And now we're gonna do Nightprowler. Not to be confused with Shadow Panther, or like Cheetor, or Ravage. This guy's gray and yellow, and without looking at the wiki, my brain's saying he's like an unreleased Cheetor colorway or something. Probably early 2000s. But let's get some actual research going, right? So yeah, not to toot my own horn, but I was mostly right, but we'll get to that in a minute, right? Because this other garbage caught my eye. So let's just go through it real quick, right? The wiki on Nightprowler says, yeah, he's a gray Cheetor, blah, blah, blah. But also it says that the Golden Ravage cassette from the Linkin Park box is also Nightprowler. So are all Golden Ravages just Nightprowler? What about this New Age one? I kind of can't tell if it's an elaborate troll or just a real-ass thing. But I figured I'd mention it, right? Anyway, back to the Great Cheetor. The wiki says the original Nightprowler was going to be part of a Halloween Horror Con 2-pack with like a redeco of Waspinator, but it never happened, so I don't really feel like I'm missing out too much since I made my own. We might as well start here. So first up, the custom original. So this was a knockoff Cheetor I got years ago. I hit him with some gray and some yellow, and I think it came out pretty good. He can't transform and he can't articulate, but what he can do is look like something few collectors have, right? That's gotta count for something, you know? Here he is with the Legacy one. We'll do a better compare in a minute, but for now, looks pretty good, right? Here he is with some other figures, but let's get on to the Legacy one. I don't know why I did them in that order. Next up, the Legacy one. The Legacy packaging's looking sick as it always does. Character portrait, renders, it's great stuff. Out of the box, he's looking pretty good. I always forget how thin this Cheetor figure is and how fragile they can be. But aside from that, he's looking pretty sick, right? It's like a whole different vibe from Cheetor. The wiki calls him out as being a snow leopard, and I don't know. Do snow leopards look like this? Kinda, you know. The articulation's all pretty good. He's got the classic Transmetal Cheetor tail whip thing, and it's just fine, you know. The paint's all pretty good. Well, I mean, aside from his head. He's got a bit of a paint splatter up there, but honestly, I kind of dig it, right? It gives him character. Like, how many other Nightprowlers have that? Probably not many, right? But after painting all those cheetah spots on the first one, I really appreciate this one's spots so much more. Here he is with some other figures, and here he is with the first one. Next up, the Kabaya one. Candy toy, Kabaya, who knows the difference, right? All I know is he started out like this, and now he looks like this. Pretty good, right? Here they are side by side. I'm pretty proud of this one. He's like so unassuming and bite-sized, right? Not too detailed, but also not under-detailed, right? Anyway, here he is with the Nightprowlers so far. But what if he was around during the Beast Wars? What if he had been hit with the Transwarp Burst? Well, next up, the Transmetal one. You guys remember when I did that Nistuff Nightly video? The one with all the blind box vinyl Kabaya figures? Well, I had a spare of Cheetor, and I hit him with some paint, and bam! Transmetal Nightprowler. He's admittedly not the best one we're looking at today, but he is pretty good, right? Every single time I see this guy out of the corner of my eye, for some reason I think he's King Sphinx from the Power Rangers. Apparently yellow details on gray just defaults in my mind to King Sphinx. I don't know. The base figure has 3 points of articulation, but since this one's covered in paint, he's got none. Deal with it, right? Here he is with the other Nightprowlers, and, you know, I think they look pretty good together. These 3 Legacy Beast repaints have been pretty fun to work on, both the videos and the customs themselves. You guys have a favorite Nightprowler of the bunch? Let me know. And that's it. That's all of them I got. Nightprowlers.
The trilogy is now complete.
But what about Transmetals? You think Legacy or whatever comes after Legacy will give us any Transmetal figures? And if we do get them, would you prefer chrome or just like shiny paint? Some third-party companies have done chrome recently, and it's held up pretty well so far. I just don't know if Hasbro's confident enough to try chrome again, you know, on mainline figures. Only time will tell though, right? But that's gonna do it for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, leave a comment, Instagram, Twitter, you know what to do. All right, bye. The wiki says the Golden Ravage cassette from that Linkin box. Sorry.